Director Darren Aronofsky has built a career exploring the dark side of the human condition, often portraying characters that are burdened by an obsession and teetering on the edge of mental freefall. Think Requiem for a Dream, The Wrestler, Black Swan, or Pi. Films with an almost novelistic quality, a tight subjective framing of the protagonist or protagonists as they grapple with their inner torment. By contrast, Caught Stealing is straightforward. It's a story that mines much more conventional ground. Instead of big questions about life, we have action, and plenty of it. Instead of psychological intrigue, we get black comedy. It's more in the Guy Ritchie mold than a typical Aronofsky film. Does this make Caught Stealing bad? Or any less enjoyable? Well, no, but it does mean it's a little less memorable. Nonetheless, I respect a director for going back to basics, telling a story that's built as a vehicle for entertainment and nothing more. Austin Butler plays Hank, a former Californian baseball prodigy who now works as a New York bartender. He's the all too familiar story of a high school star who's trapped in the past. He lives in a rundown apartment block with a couple of memorable neighbors. One, a geeky website developer, is the butt of a few jokes. The other, a mohawk sporting Brit named Russ, is the catalyst for the entire story. Russ is going back to the UK, and his cat needs looking after. Hank protests, but ends up becoming Bud's surrogate father. This relationship is in a way a rather on-the-nose demonstration of Hank becoming a better man. With the responsibility of looking after the animal, he starts to take ownership of his own life too. And not before time, with Russ back in the UK, all sorts of dodgy mafia types come knocking. Hank gets involved, to his detriment, and he's suddenly responsible for stumping up the golden MacGuffin that Russ has hidden. I'll admit, I haven't seen Butler in much, but in this he's a very, very good lead, carrying the right athleticism and energy to shoulder the action scenes, but with good emotional range as well. Again, this is not a film that ever has anything particularly interesting to say, but it does require Butler to sell the idea of a man whose life is crumbling around him. In supporting roles, you have none other than Prince Philippe as Russ and Catwoman as love interest Yvonne. There's even room for Liev Schreiber and a 3-second cameo by none other than Laura Dern. Clearly, Aronofsky is a director that actors are queuing up to work with. Make no mistake, in the action stakes, Caught Stealing doesn't pull any punches. In fact, the film's sheer savagery might catch you by surprise. Lead explodes, bullets go flying, and the death count ratchets up like a horror movie. Kinetic, stylish fight scenes are in short supply. John Wick this is not. Instead, Caught Stealing is filmed much more like a gritty mobster movie or Guy Ritchie flick, with the requisite one-liners to match. This is where Caught Stealing is at its weakest. There's plenty of propulsive energy in the script and one or two shocking death scenes, but by the midway point the film is largely running out of surprises, and Russ's eventual return is disappointing. I was expecting a clever explanation for the mob's presence in Russ's life, but really there's no twist here at all. Yes, you'll be surprised by who lives and who dies perhaps, but the story itself could have done with a lucky number 11 twist or two. Caught Stealing then is about brawn more than brains. There is an attempt to develop Hank's character as the film goes on, and there are mentions of a drinking problem, but it's never explored in an interesting way. However, the one way we do see Hank grow is with Bud the cat. Quite how they got this feline actor to play his role so impeccably, I'll never know, but the unintentional star of the film has paws, whiskers, and the cutest furry face. This is not an Aronofsky film that will linger long in the mind, but it does at least give you every excuse to curl up in front of the TV